Cameras captured a heartwarming moment when a baby orangutan and its mother were rescued from a dire situation, evoking emotions that may bring tears to your eyes. Orangutans, among the world's most endangered species, face numerous threats primarily linked to human interference. These remarkable creatures are hunted for their meat, trafficked as pets on the black market, and suffer from habitat loss due to deforestation. In this particular incident, a wildfire sweeping through the jungle altered the lives of a mother and her baby orangutan forever. This story unfolds in 2015 in a quaint Indonesian village. On that fateful day, a mother orangutan and her baby were enjoying their time in the forest when out of nowhere towering flames engulfed the surrounding trees. The fire grew larger, intensifying the heat and driving many animals to flee, while sadly, some perished in the blaze. This was a devastating wildfire, and many such fires are illicitly ignited for land clearance, with little regard for the wildlife they destroy. Regrettably, these fires often spiral out of control under dry weather conditions, spreading across miles. The mother orangutan, frightened and uncertain, climbed to the top of the tallest tree she could find, believing it would offer safety to her and her baby. They clung to that tree as they listened to the terrifying sounds of trees collapsing all around them. However, as the wind shifted, the fire changed its course, heading toward them. When the tree trunk became engulfed in flames and began to collapse, the mama orangutan made a daring leap, grasping onto nearby tree branches. Fortunately, she safely clung to the trunk of a neighboring tree. Determined to protect her baby, she skillfully maneuvered from tree to tree, distancing herself from the raging fire behind. After a while, the female orangutan found a moment of respite on a tree branch. She could still see the distant smoke from the wildfire but felt somewhat safer. Not completely at ease, she descended to the forest floor, her baby still clinging to her. They moved further away from the fire's scorching heat. Eventually, they reached the outskirts of a small village. The mother, feeling famished, cautiously ventured into fields where various vegetables were growing. There were a few villagers tending to the fields, but they were far enough not to disturb her meal. As the ape began to eat, her baby explored the surroundings under her watchful eye. For a while, mother and baby enjoyed their meal without disturbance, but the mama orangutan grew thirsty. Carrying her baby, she approached a local well and found a bucket of water. However, one of the villagers working in the field spotted them and immediately alerted the others. The two apes were swiftly surrounded. The villagers, fearing damage to their crops, reacted by throwing rocks and attempting to restrain the animals. Fortunately, before any more harm could come to the malnourished mother and her baby, a compassionate villager contacted the International Animal Rescue Organization, alerting them to the urgent need for help. The charity's volunteers rushed to the village. Upon arrival, the volunteers were deeply moved by the pitiable condition of the two orangutans. Their top priority was to get them to safety as swiftly as possible. The rescue team anesthetized both animals and placed them in a transport crate in their vehicle. With the precious cargo on board, they headed back to the sanctuary, where they could provide proper care for the mother and her baby. Once at the sanctuary, the mother orangutan and her baby received separate health assessments from the on-site veterinarian. Both were found to be severely malnourished and covered in cuts and bruises. The two were reunited and placed in quarantine for a few days to ensure they did not transmit any hidden illnesses to other sanctuary animals. Over the next few weeks, with attentive care from the sanctuary's veterinarians, both Nina, the mama orangutan, and Bungin, her baby, gradually regained their health. Their injuries were treated and they were placed on a special diet to ensure safe and steady weight gain. After some time, the mother and her baby started to appear healthier. They regained lost weight, and their demeanor became more content and playful, indicating that no lasting harm had befallen them. Additionally, Bungin, benefiting from a consistent food supply, began to grow and become more curious. The sanctuary's volunteers often observed him playfully interacting with older apes in the enclosure. Nina, the mother orangutan, also integrated well with other female orangutans rescued by the sanctuary. Eventually, the day arrived when both Nina and Bungin were deemed healthy enough for release into the wild. They were set free in a well-known conservation area in the West Kalimantan province, safe from the threats of poachers, loggers, and wildfires. As the two apes happily ventured into the forest, The volunteers who had rescued them felt a mixture of sadness and joy. They knew that releasing the apes into their natural habitat was the right decision, despite their attachment. The orangutans were tagged to monitor their well-being and behavior, providing crucial data for organizations like the International Animal Rescue to protect and educate local communities, preventing future stories like that of Nina and Bungin.